Hi guys. Okay. Third time's a charm. That's some complications. Let's see if this works now. Gosh. Live chat. Okay, so I'm going to wait a couple minutes because I know it takes a while for people to be alerted on my live. Okay, live chat. All messages are visible. Some messages are visible. Okay, so this is my third time I'm trying to do this live, FYI. So if you guys can hear me, please comment that you can hear me because this is so annoying. Okay, so a lot of you have followed me on Instagram and Facebook. Excuse me, gosh. And I've asked you since last week to send me some questions or some concerns that you might be going through in a relationship now that you're facing, or anything that you might be going through right now. So some of you did do that. So if you follow me on Instagram and if you follow me on Facebook, it is really important that you do so I can get your questions first and answer those first when I do lives. I'm going to, if you can just if the people that are joining, because this is my third time trying to do this live, because I've had some technical difficulties to say the least. So the people that are joining, if you can just say hi, tell me where you're from, if you dressed up for Halloween. Oh my gosh, finally it's working. Yay! You guys, literally, I've been trying for the past 24 minutes to get on this freaking live, and I finally did it. Thank you. All right. I see you guys from London. Hi, Alex from Romania. Hi, Wesley from London. Hi from Massachusetts, Gary Cook. Oh, hi, Gary. I've seen you in the comments section. I know you. Kevin Battles. Hi, I've seen you too. I think you follow me on Instagram. I have a really good memory, guys. So I like to think I have a really good memory. Let's just say that. I don't want to kick myself in the butt. Free thinker from Guyana. Hi, from Guyana. My best friend is actually from Guyana. She just came back from her family trip. It's pretty awesome. She loves it there. You've helped me so much. I appreciate all you've done. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm so happy that I've helped you, because that's exactly why I do these lives. I don't get paid for these lives. I don't get paid for these YouTube videos that I do. I do it to try to impact you guys when it comes to your dating, love lives, and also your personal development, confidence, and attraction. All right, so I see you guys coming in. Thank goodness. Finally, I got this to work. Third time's a charm. All right, so I am just going through these comments a little bit. Now, first of all, a lot of you follow me on Instagram and on Facebook, and I was advertising this live, and that's how you'll know not only that I'm going to be doing lives, but also some information. If I have products and things coming out, that's the first to know if you follow me on other platforms and social media, and also if you're on my email list. So you're on my email list if you've downloaded one of my ebooks, which is a 7 Common Mistake ebook that men make when attracting a woman, and then my 20 question manual to ask women to get to know their true selves. So that's really important to do that so you're notified. So the reason being is because if you follow me on Instagram or social media, I'll post on my stories, and I'm going to be doing a live usually I give you at least 5 days before the live. So you can contact me personally and ask me questions that you would like me to address online, especially for those that can't afford coaching sessions. This is really what this live is for. And also just for you guys to get to know me. And I want to be able to create that balance for everybody that watches my videos. Wesley, thank you so much. Love your videos. Thank you. Hello from South Africa, Tristan. Hi. Hi, the link took a while to post on the homepage here. Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right? Hi from San Diego. I've never been to San Diego. I was born in San Francisco. And I go to Santa Monica and LA all the time. One of my best friends, my other best friend, just moved to San Francisco. Let's see. Arthur from Vegas. Hi there. Did anybody dress up for Halloween? If so, tell me what your costume was. I want to know. Really learned a lot from you, DJ. Thanks so much. I'm so happy you did. Oh, I love those comments. They make me so fulfilled. Thanks for your advice and been putting them to work the past month and seeing so many improvements. You're so, so welcome. Any subject to discuss today? Oh yes, I got a lot of subjects. So the subjects I'm going to discuss today are some of the common things that were sent to me on your questions were where to meet women. I also kind of want to hit on how to approach women. And then I'm going to answer some of your questions here. Some of the questions, one of the questions that I got from you viewers that reached out to me on social media is one I'm going to address right now. So I'm going to try to address them as I go through this live. Let me pull it up. It says, "Hi, Apollonia. Where is the best place to meet great women that I desire? A bar, a dating site? Where should I meet them?" Okay, here's the thing. So I've created a video called, I think it's called Places to Meet Women or something like that. And I go into the topic about like how it's so important for you men to be comfortable around your surroundings, right? So like so many people are dating coaches or just people, friends, whatever you say, or whatever you listen to will say, you know, go to a bar, go to a lounge, go to a club. But if you are a person that doesn't like clubs, that doesn't like bars, and you're not comfortable in your surroundings, then you're not going to be comfortable approaching a woman or talking to women or meeting women or putting yourself out there, because energy is so important when it comes to how you feel, right? So energy of how you feel inside. If you feel confident enough to approach that woman that you want to approach, or if a woman approaches you, I mean, God forbid if she does, right? But I'm just kidding. I'm just saying that because a lot of men say women don't approach men, which is true. But anyways, as I was saying, let me not get off topic here. I'll go into that in a little bit. But as I was saying, it's really important for you to be comfortable with where you are. So be yourself in what it is that you like to do. So I'm going to give you a couple examples of what I mean. So let's just say that you like to, you're an athlete and you like to go riding, like bicycle riding all the time. And you do spin classes or whatever you do, you're very athletic. Well, join something in your community where you can meet people that like the same thing. So maybe a spin class, or maybe even a team where there are cyclists that go out and they cycle for miles and miles, and you can join things like that to meet women. And then also too, what is important here too is that not only do you get creative in this because this is your comfortable surroundings. I mean, think about it. I know you men. So when you're comfortable in your surroundings, like think of the worst place possible that you are not comfortable with right now. Put that in your head. What is like the place that you don't like to go to? And then you see a beautiful woman that you would love to talk to, but you're feeling like shit because you're already in a place that you hate. I mean, how likely of it to meet women in a place that you hate? Your energy is low. You don't like being there. A lot of things happen mentally in your mind. And I talk about mindset a lot, men, as you know, that follow me here on YouTube and Facebook, and Instagram. But the likelihood of you attracting that woman to you is very low. But then put yourself now in a place where you love to go. Like maybe it's to play pool, or maybe it is to a church, or maybe it is a lounge, a specific lounge, or somewhere that you are comfortable with. Even if it's like, get creative. And even I see here, I'm a shy guy. Okay, but get creative. And I talked about this in a video I posted this week. You have friends that probably have other friends that are single. One of my clients, I challenged him, he was one of my package members, and I challenged him because he was a little shy to invite his guy friends over his house for like a dinner party or a get together for the weekend, where everybody brings a plate of food or a bottle of wine, whatever, your choice, no discretion, and that person brings someone else over that's single. So meaning to get to know each other, to form a new foundation of friends, or to network for work, however you want to place it. Do things that will get you out of your element, but yet are still comfortable with. So now people are coming to your home, to your environment. So this is typical ways that you can reach to meet women. But also online dating is huge. You guys know that I'm a huge advocate of online dating. The reason being is because I've seen so many results. I have clients that have gotten married and met online. I have a client that just emailed me saying that he is proposing to this girl that he met online, and he was one of my package members because I forced him to basically get online once. It wasn't like he wasn't open to it, but he just didn't want anything to do with online. He was kind of ashamed of online dating. He's like, what if people on my work see me? What if people in the corporation see me? And then finally he did it, and he found someone online. But the thing about this is there's so many men and women that get, what's the word I'm looking for? They get frustrated, really. They get frustrated and they feel like it's enough, right? Because they're not getting responses. They're not getting women that are wanting to take them out on dates, or vice versa, whatever. And the thing about it is you have to remember, when women are online, just like men, you never know what's going on in their lives, right? You never know what's going on in their lives. And it's really important that you don't take things personally, right? Some people will have this app and never log on for 4, 5 months, but then you'll find a woman that is replying to you, and then all of a sudden she stops. You don't know what's going on. Maybe she picked up and traveled somewhere. Maybe she just really wasn't interested. That's why I created a product for you men. It's on my website. It's a really great product. It gives you the ins and outs of how to create a profile photo, how to put your description together for online dating, how to reply to a message to a woman, how to ask a woman on a date, how to keep conversation going, what attracts women online, how to take the perfect picture if you're a little heavier set, if you have a bigger nose. I mean, I really go into the tea of things. You guys know how detailed I get with my videos. Imagine with that product. I really get into that. So if online dating, something that you're struggling with to meet women and you're on an app right now, I encourage you to go to that product page and get that. All right, so I'm going to go through some of these comments here. I haven't even been looking at them, so sorry, guys. All right, so let me scroll up and try to go from the bottom up. All right, so I have a girl who I fell in with. She says she likes me, but she's not ready for a relationship, but we still do relationship things. Please help. Okay, so Scenic Wood asked me, I have a girl who I guess you're saying I fell in love with, and she said she likes me, but she's not ready for a relationship, but still wants to do relationship things. Here's the thing. Okay, depending on the reason why she doesn't want to be in the relationship, honestly, I don't know that reason. And typically when a woman wants to be with you, she will do whatever it takes to be with you. And the benefit of you giving her relationship qualities is not going to make her want to be with you and settle down. You're enabling her to move forward. So basically, you're kind of killing attraction. So the attraction is there, but she knows that she has you, and she could be taking that for granted. And it's not like she's consciously probably doing this and on purpose. It's probably because she's mentally going through a lot. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's probably true. Mentally going through a lot, but you're giving her all of the relationship values and aspects of you, but yet you don't have the title. So this is not going to make her want to commit to you. You're enabling the process. So Scenic Wood, what I would suggest for you to do right now is you need to pull back a little bit. Not to be like, peace, I'm done with you, I'm ignoring you because of obviously you love this woman. She's probably a good woman. I'm not saying, that she's a bad woman, but when it comes down to things like this, sometimes these things happen. Let's face it, let's be honest. But what I want to be clear about here is that you don't push back and you're like not text messaging her, you're playing all these nonsense games that are going to actually not attract her anymore, but you push back a little bit. You start doing things that you want to do. So think of the things that you've given up in your life and actually been attentive instead to this woman. So let's just say you were doing kickboxing every day after work and going to the gym and things like that. Start doing that again. Lessen the time that you spend with her. And then once you do that, she's going to ask you why your behaviors are changing. Why are you acting different? Why is this going on? You're still being there for her, but you're also saying, okay, I can't give you this much because honestly, you've got to protect your own heart. This is the process. You have to protect you. No one else is going to protect you. I'm not saying to be an Iceman or Ice Queen, what they say for women, but what I am saying is just to protect you. You got to put yourself first. And if you want to get her to commit or to see if she will even commit in the future, you've got to pull back a little bit. And when she does come to you to have that conversation and say, why are you acting differently? Then tell her. because I could keep on going around and around in circles with you. We're not in a commitment right now, so I can't give myself freely and give you these relationship benefits if you're not going to commit to me. All right, so I hope that helps you. Please, what is your IG handle? Let me pin it here. I don't know how to pin comments. Let's see if I do. Bear with me, guys. Instagram. Okay, just put it there. Let me go and I try to pin it. Okay, whatever. I think it's pinned. All right, so let's go into some questions. So, how would you like a man to dress up and smell? Centella, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Sorry if I butchered it. So how would you like a man to dress up and smell? Okay, here's the thing. When it comes to women and what we're attracted to, because that's what I'm here for, I want to tell you how we think, how things go in our head. What we look at is there's some women that are very attracted to fashion. Me, myself, I'm one of those women. But there's some women that aren't really attracted to fashion, but they're attracted to effort. And there's a YouTube channel. I don't know if you guys, it's like, Instagram, it's called Men's Fashion, or what is it called? Hold on, crap. I forget. I'll remember in a little bit. Teaching Men's Fashion. That's what it is. And it's amazing. I always post his post on my story because he gives great advice on men's fashion. So let me tell you the difference. I like fashionable things just because this is what turns me on as a woman mentally. It physically gets me attracted to you, sexually desired to you, things like that. So fashion is important for my ultimate desires, and especially in a relationship, like keeping the spunk in your relationship. Obviously, you don't have to be fashionable 100% of the time, but just like when we go out to dinner, is like, it shows effort. And then there's women that don't really need you to be fashionable, but they do want you to show effort, meaning they don't want you to put on a dirty shirt for the next 2 days that you're around them and you go out with them. Don't wear the same things over and over. Clean your white shoes, things like that. We do look at that. And scent is another thing. Scent gives off a type of a hormone to women for a woman to, it triggers your brain. And it's a part of your brain. It's called, what is it called? Whatever. So I'll figure that out later, but I'm still on the tip of my tongue. It triggers a part of your brain to remember the scent. And what's so important about that, it's huge when it comes to attraction, is scent, because of the fact that if the woman likes the scent of the cologne, which Creed, the white Creed is like amazing. And then, a YSL is really good. But I actually talk about that. I'll talk about that in one of my videos coming up. And, it makes the woman remember you. So if she smells that smell when she's out with her girlfriends or when she's out shopping at the grocery store or whatever it is, she'll remember you because she remembers that scent. And that is so, so important. So hope that answers your question. Okay, so Ronald, let's see what you said. I think today's men worry too much about what a woman thinks of them. Be a man, be yourself. If she likes you, she'll let you know, but just be a man. Yeah, so I would like to, Ronald, tell me what's your definition of a man though, right? So I think men today do worry a lot about what women think of them, but honestly, women do too. So I'm not here to defend women, work with you guys, but I just want to also give you the truth. I'm going to share a story with you guys too about attraction, which is going to answer one of your guys' question that's coming through. All right, so Sydney says she started ignoring my calls after a second date, which went well. We kissed several times. I followed your advice and pulled back, and now it's been weeks. She is completely silent. What should I do? Sydney, I'm going to write your name down so I remember to come back to your question. Can you tell me how many weeks it's been? And then also I need to know after the second date, like, what was your conversation? Like, what was one of the main conversations that stuck out to you during your date? So I'll follow up with you on that question once I see your response. Okay, you gave me advice about giving a woman a break on social media. I have known a girl online for a year. She blocked me online. A month later, gave me her number on a different app, not responding. Yeah, that's just unstable, men. It's so important to, and that's good. Good job, Tony. It's so important, not only for men, but for just everybody, to understand that people are in different wavelengths of their lives, right? We're all in different paths in our lives. And some people are not in the healthiest paths, and they're probably in either self-destruction mode, or they just don't know what they want from life. And you gotta pay attention to those red flags early on, because the better you get at paying attention to the red flags early on, the better you're gonna get at saying no to the wrong women. What, did I say that right? Yeah. Saying no to the wrong woman and saying yes to the right women. So, so important. Thank you. What if a woman likes you and committed to you, but does not fall at your feet like you would expect? Like they are not very dependent on you. That's okay. Shabazz, I believe that's how you pronounce it. I'm answering your question. So that's okay. So there's a lot of women that are independent. I talk a lot about the 5 love languages. Get that, it's a book, but you can also Google it online and take the test, and it'll show you like love languages. So as humans, there's 5 love languages that people receive love and how they give love. And it's really important that you understand your partner's love language, because not everybody will be able to love you the way that you want to be loved and the way that they show love. So this shows you how your how your woman will be able to provide you love. And also it's good to open up a conversation about that. A lot of times some women are not, men are not expected to kneel down on a woman's feet, and women aren't expected to kneel down on a man's feet, but we are expected to respect each other. We are expected to respect each other. That is the main goal. So as long as she's respectful and she puts you first, meaning like when it comes to really important decisions in life, your weekends, what are you doing? What are you planning? What are your lifelong goals? Things like that. That's really important. So I hope that answers your question. It's really good that she is independent, because I'm sure that keeps up your attraction, right? So that's the thing. I want you to pay attention to these things. Her being not very dependent on you probably builds attraction for you. So it makes you want her a little bit more and desire her more. So that's a lot to do with attraction. All right. Next. What are most what are the most turnoffs in a man? I think that's what you're saying. Okay, Cordial. Oh, I'm so sorry if I know I'm horrible with this production of the names. Okay, so what was the question? Now I got all sidetracked. Okay, what are the most turn-offs in a man? Okay, so the most turn-offs in a man, which just not from me, it's really, I was having a conversation with one of my girlfriends yesterday about this, because she was going through something with her guy. And one of the most things a turn-off for a man is when you become overbearing, meaning like, I love you so much, sweetheart. I want to do everything with you. I want to share my world with you. Yeah, that's fine. Your actions can say that, but when you're calling all the time, texting all the time, and you're just too much in our personal space and not giving us space, like meaning not space where it's like, I need take some space from you, but just space in our day-to-day life, it kills the attraction, right? That kills attraction for men and women. Think about it. So that's so important. And then secondly is when you don't have a focus for life, which I call a purpose for life. What are your goals? When you're not clear in who you are? This is so, so, so vital. You have to be clear in who you are in order for a woman to know who you are. I mean, if you don't know, how is she going to know? So especially if you're trying to cultivate that long lasting relationship. Also, I think a lot has to do with shoes. I know a lot of you have a lot to say about this, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a woman myself, and I know, and I talk to women daily, and shoes are big. So you don't have to get yourself a $200 pair of shoes, but I mean, you can get yourself a nice $20 pair of shoes, or wear some nice Nikes that aren't like 30 years old, and you're just not representing yourself like in a way where you're putting an effort to impress this woman, right? So that is one. Another one too is so being egotistical, but there's a difference between being egotistical and being confident. So it's like cocky, what we call cocky, right? So a man that's just really cocky and tries to kind of like diminish our behaviors or diminish our words when we're on a date because he's trying to be cool and he's trying to be confident, but he's not confident. It's a role. It's something that he's playing. And I talk about that a lot in my How to Master Your Confidence audio seminar for men. I talk a lot about that and how to balance the two and really gain the confidence that you want. And that will be up in December. I'm actually working on that now. It'll probably be up hopefully by next week. We'll see. All right, let me take some more questions. Okay, so I like this one. So let me think of this. How Mactosar said, how to make texting from casual to sexual. All right, so now this is a good one. You have to create a vibe for a woman. You have to feed off what she's giving you. So in the beginning, you just kind of want to mirror. So you want to slowly initiate a flirt with her. So like, I'm hoping that you guys already probably hung out and things like that, or you've kissed or something where you can open up the banter to be sexual. But I really think you open it up with a flirt, right? So like, send me a photo. I want to see that beautiful dress that you're wearing. Oh, let me see, if she's having a girls' night, like, and you should tell her to send you a photo of what she's wearing. If she's wearing a nice outfit, blah, blah, blah. And then comment saying you look so sexy. And then she can say something like, thank you. And then later on, as the night progresses, or as the text messaging exchange progresses, a woman that is either wants to create something more with you and be flirtatious is going to open up in ways that you will detect, right? So a woman that wants to have like something sexual with you and flirt with you through text message sexually, she's going to lead you in that path, right? Women will lead you in that path, men. The way that they lead you in that path is they will be like thinking of you and it's like 12 midnight or something, or they'll send you a sexy photo. And that's how you lead into from casual to sexual texting. What I do want you to be careful of though, when you do something like this, is just make sure that you gauge where the woman is coming from, right? So if she is not really attracted to you and you haven't been on dates with her or haven't kissed her or whatever the case may be, maybe like put a pause on that until that actually happens. All right. Okay, one second. Looking at your guys' comments, what is a good place to take a girl for a first date? So I mentioned that in the beginning of this video. Just go back and watch this video afterwards. But a good place is basically where you're comfortable with. You don't have to take her out to a 5-star dinner, but you can take her out for coffee or something fun. Like you can do an activity together, like bowling or putt-putt golf, or a show where you can actually like be social before the show. I mean, there's plenty of stuff. I actually have a blog on my website called First Date Conversations, and I also talk about where to take women on a first date. Okay, got so many questions, guys. Hold on. Oh, something wrong with the computer. Okay, so there's so many spam comments on these things. They're so crazy. I'm so sorry. How can you raise a girl's interest level? Hey Mike, how can you raise a girl's interest level? Like interest in you, I'm assuming? It all comes down to the situation. So how you can really, I can give you really the surface level answers of this because I don't know the situation, but you can raise it by having a purpose, by having your being presentable to a woman, having the right conversations with her, which I talk about in my 7 Common Mistake ebook. And you want to be able to also have your own life. So when you're courting her, or when the both of you are courting each other, you want to be able to incorporate your life and show her that you have a busy life, but you do have obligations, you do have goals, and that those things come first before she comes first. Obviously, when you get into a relationship, these things change, right? But I'm just talking about like in the beginning, when you're starting to get to know this woman, a lot of times we go in head deep and we're infatuated with each other, but this is not what you do, because you want to take the time, you want to get to know each other, and do things like activities together. Like if you go to church on Sundays, maybe ask her to come to church with you one day because she goes to church. Start incorporating each other's in each other's lives, because this gives attraction. Because it's not like you're saying, I'm going to stop everything of what I'm doing to hang out with you. No, it's like, I'm busy this day, but I got this going on this day. Would you like to come with me? And then Friday, let's go on a date. You see what I mean, Ben? It's different. You're changing the pace a lot when it comes to attraction when you do something like that. Should you approach a woman that has a bad attitude? Nope. Heck no, Jermaine. I mean, unless you like that. I'm going to be honest, some men do. I've worked with thousands of men, and I know you guys get attracted to that. So if you're attracted to that and you want to put up with the battle and you want to put up with the banter, then hey, do it. You can do it probably, but it takes work. And if you're not scared to get rejected, then just go ahead and do it. She said she does not feel for me. What to do? Okay, give her space. And then focus on the things that you need to focus on for you. Figure out how you didn't show up to be your best self in this relationship, how you put this woman first, and do exactly opposite by impacting your vision overall of who you are and impacting yourself and how you can show up to be that step up from where you are today. And then see if she reaches out to you, if this is a woman that you love. Because when you improve what we call status, and status doesn't mean like, oh, I'm a rich man, or which, gosh, so many men think that they have to be rich to get a girl. I should talk about that. I'll talk about that in a second. But status means like status, how you are, how you represent yourself, how you feel, what are your traits that you offer women. So many times, I hear women talk about, like, I ask a guy, like, what does he want out of life? What are his values? Like, what does he live for? And like, they can't answer the question because they don't know. Let me tell you, when you get clear on something like that, that shows your status. Like, you're putting yourself here on a pedestal. Like, that is huge, like, what do you have going for you? This is what people are attracted to. It's human behavior. It doesn't matter. And I hear so many people negatively talk this status thing, but status has such a negative orientation around it that I want to nip it in the bud right now. What I mean by status does not mean money men. Status means, let's just say I'm a Christian, okay? Because I get so much about religion on my channel, and I'm not going to put religion on this channel at all, because everybody has the right to believe whatever they want to believe. But what I'm saying is, if you're religion and I'm Christian, my status is going to be, I go to church every Sunday. I'm a true devoter to God, and I want that person in my life to be that devoter in God. I'm involved, I'm a pastor, or I'm involved in the community every Sunday with that church. That is your status. What makes your life happy? Or are you an entrepreneur? That is your status. Or are you a pro athlete? That is your status. Or are you high up in the corporate job, in your corporate ranking? That is your status. Do you have a good job? That is your status. Do you have your own goal that you were able to meet in life? Are you a part of a team, a tennis team? That is your status. That doesn't mean that you have to be a millionaire to get women. Let me be clear with you. If you think that you have to be a millionaire to get women, then you're attracting the gold digging women that are out there. And that's what you continue to attract. If you feel that way, you are going to attract that, because your eye is only for that. I'm going to be honest with you, Matt. I tell you this stuff all the time. I should show you pictures. It's actually on my Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see a lot of my girlfriends. They're beautiful. I mean, I have women, some of them have modeled. A lot of them have successful careers. One of my best friends is a model for FHM. I talk about this all the time. I know the ins and outs of women, okay? And I'm not going to give you bullshit answers, but what I'm going to tell you is all the women that I know, one, There's so many out there that have their head on strong and they want a man that has status. Doesn't mean that he has money, but it means that he has something going for himself. He has something, he has goals in life. I had a girlfriend of mine over here yesterday. Beautiful, beautiful girl. She's a Russian girl, tall, blonde, skinny, big boobs. I mean, perfect, honestly. She's dating this guy. And he's killing the attraction for her. He's too much. He's telling her he loves her too much. And she's like, I'm trying because he's such a good guy, but I feel like I'm doing something bad, but he's not giving me the attraction. Yet he's struggling financially right now, but not like to the point where he can't make his bills. He's not a millionaire, but he is number one in his company for sales. And this is something that she loves. This is what attracts her. Do you see what I mean? Like she's like, but the first thing that she says is Apollonia, but he has a lot going for him in his life. He's like the best salesperson I've ever seen. I know he can get any job that he wants to in sales and commit to it and like excel. Like that man has something really solid for him. And she's able to see that. So that's the difference, men. And you guys, so many men on the, that come on this YouTube channel, I'm not saying you that are viewing, but a lot of comments are like always about money, especially if you go to that video about signs she's using you. It's always about, oh, have a Ferrari and have $1 million in the bank and then you'll get your woman. No. Like what kind of relationship is it that you truly want? The woman that is not a woman. That is a girl. Okay. I want to be very freaking clear about this. I'm so big on this because I'm a woman myself, so I can say this. Okay. It's not like a man coach telling you this stuff. I freaking know this stuff. Okay. So I'm getting so carried away with that because it's really big to me. Like this is like a huge thing. And I want you guys to really take this all in because there's this whole facade for men to be like a rich man to get a woman. And you sit there and you're like, but I'm not the rich guy, so I'm never going to get this woman. And you're sitting there in doubt and pity and shame because you're not this person that what is the word I'm looking for? That America or life just tells you to be. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but it's just not true, and so many men live in shame because of the fact that they feel like they're not rich, so they're not going to get a girl. No, just have a passion. I'm telling you that right now. So if you feel this way in any way, take my words, men, because it's so true. All right. So, let's see. I'm going to read out some of your comments. Let's see, John Cole. I say I love, oh gosh, so many comments. To get a woman, to get a woman is for you to have a growth mindset like Apollonia. So true. John, you've been watching my videos. I see that. Okay, let's see. There's a really good book called Growth and Fixed Mindset by Carol Dweck. She's a doctor. It's freaking amazing. It's all about like if you're a parent or anything like that. And if you're a college student, it's about school, parenting, love, and work. Honestly, the relationship aspect of that whole book is really all you really need to read. It's such a great tool for you when it comes to dating and your relationships. So it's just to let you know. Yes, you don't need to be rich, but sufficient and more importantly, ambitious. Exactly. That's what that's what turns women on. I mean, that's what turns me on. Come on. All right. So, how to meet girls in college. I mean, are you part of like a sorority there's so many clubs in college. There's so many classes and things like that. Get involved in those things. Someone asked me too the other day, like, what is my age range that I coach? So my oldest client was 72 years old. I coach a lot of men actually in their 60s, recently from a divorce or things like that. My youngest client, obviously I won't ever coach unless you are 18 and up, but my youngest client was 22. So actually 20, I think he was. So I have a big age range when it comes to the clients that I coach. So I hope that answers your question. Let's see here. It probably looks so weird when I'm looking at your guys' comments. Hold on. All right, so I see some coming in. I want to go up and do it. Can you suggest more books or coaches? Okay, so it depends on what you want. Like, honestly, for men, when it comes to dating and relationship, I'm just going to tell you me, because honestly, that's what I feel. I've done some of the research, but I don't know if I want to know, like, there is a really good channel where he gives you really, really sound advice. I mean, this guy knows his shit. It's called Alpha M. He's freaking amazing. I love him. My goal is to do a video with that guy. He's like legit, like you guys. So he's amazing. He's amazing. But anyways, how can I get girls to stop using me for sex? I want to find love and settle down. Okay, so Isaac, it seems like how can I get girls to stop using me for sex and I want to find love and settle down? So typically when someone asks me a question like that, it has a lot to do with your lifestyle. So I want to know, like, what is your lifestyle? You're probably going out late nights, or you're attracting women just because of their beauty. You're not really I don't know if you're getting the chance to really take the time to get to know them. So that could be the reason why. I want to find love and settle down. If you want to find love and settle down, what I suggest that you do is not jump into sex with these women right away, right? Because sometimes for men, sex kills attraction early on. And the most attractive thing that you can do for a woman is tell her that you don't want to have sex with her, to be honest. Like, just not now. Like, I don't want it now. Like, I'm holding off because I want to get to know you better. It actually makes you stick out so much. But also too, you're probably losing interest because sex is happening early on. And if you want to find love and you want to settle down, then it's time that you ask these women the right questions, right? So are you meeting these women in good places? Or are you meeting them at clubs? Are you meeting them at bars? Because a lot of times women go to clubs to get dressed up and have fun and maybe seek attention and just do those one night things. Who knows? So that is key. That is key when it comes to that. I have a manual called the 20 question manual when it comes to attracting a woman and getting to know her true self. I highly advise you to download that so you can ask those questions and get to know a woman and see if she's the right one for you. So hopefully that helps. All right, so let's see. Please collaborate. Oh, I hope I do. I'm actually going to go to a seminar in February, so we'll see. I appreciate you, Apollonia, because you helped me realize things about how neediness and being too affectionate and too attentive takes you away from your purpose and turns off women. Oh, John, I'm so happy to hear that. Yes, because and I want to be clear, like, I don't want you guys to be shameful of your neediness, right? Because everybody has issues, and everyone you look at when you get out that door of your house or when you turn on the TV, doesn't matter. Everybody is facing something. But if you change your mindset to the things that have happened to me are happening for me, and I would have never known how to change it if I never had this happen to me, right? So look at the things that are happening in your life as you are learning from this stuff, because this is the most beautiful thing about life, and it's the most beautiful thing about the internet. You can, as long as you take the initiative to make the change without judgment and with compassion for yourself, you can make these changes and ultimately flourish to a desirable, happier place of where you want to be. So I'm so happy to hear that. Ditto, John. Oh, yes. Okay. I love this. Cassidy said, women that are good looking and get approached all the time make it seem like it's a problem when you try to talk to them. That's what shuts down usually. Yes. Okay. I'm going to be honest. I've been guilty of this, right? Even though I've been a dating coach, I have more compassion when men do approach me. I mean, okay, I'm going to tell you guys a short story. Yesterday I had a guy, I don't know if he's watching, but if he is, hey. His name, I'm not going to say his name, but I don't even know his name. He delivered my food. I was coaching and he delivered my food. I was ordering Uber Eats and he had come to my door to deliver my food, and I was coaching and he's like, do you have an Instagram? And I was like, yeah, sure, of course, because he's this male guy. Of course, I want to try to help him. My Instagram is strictly business, so I'm thinking business, right? And then he asked me if I have a boyfriend right afterwards. As I'm on the phone coaching, and I'm just have to say yes, you know? And it's just so funny because like I have so much compassion and I'm so proud of him. And I hope he is watching because I'm so proud of him for putting himself out there. Like, who cares? He got rejected, but I got a smile out of it. And he found out if I had a boyfriend or not, whatever, you know? That is huge. So now I want to talk about Cassidy's question here. Good-looking women do get approached all the time, but sometimes they don't. So it's like a 50-50 thing. Like good-looking women really don't get approached a lot because men feel like they get scared that they're going to reject them or they're not good enough for them. So it happens both ways. A lot of times good-looking women get approached a lot, and it's like they get approached, and I talk about this on How to My Approach Woman video. And I talk about, and I give you a line in a scenario that can help you. But a lot of men are like, can I buy you a drink? Hey girl, hi, how are you? Hi, my name is blah, blah, blah. Like it's just, they're just bothered. I remember times where I would just be bothered by just men, like just not coming up with anything original. And they just were just like there. And it was just like, the thing is, I don't want you to think it's hard because it's not. It's just about communicating, starting that conversation. It was pointing out something about her. You don't have to give her a compliment, but you do want to point out something about her. In the video that I would highly suggest you to How to Approach Women to watch after this live. I talk about like when a woman, like for instance, a woman has a red dress on, right, and she has this bright red dress on, and you go up to her, and she's this beautiful woman. Everybody's trying to get her attention, right? But if you go up to her and say, did you wear that bright red dress to get attention? Because ultimately you really don't need it. I mean, come on. How can a woman ignore that? She's not going to throw a drink in your face. She's going to laugh at you. She's going to be like, who do you think you are telling me that? And then that's where you can go in and banter. You're doing something different. You're catching her attention, So I'm actually going to invent a product around how to approach women. I'm going to talk about that a lot in that product that will be released hopefully in February. Oh God. Okay. You look like Jordan Sparks. Oh, I do. Thanks, I guess. No, guys, I am not single. A lot of you guys ask me that. I am happily in love with a wonderful, wonderful man. Do you coach Christian situations? I do. Jewish situations too. So there's no discretion here. And spiritual situations too, and no acts either. So don't worry about that. All right, guys. So I have 15 minutes left of this live, and I want to really get to your questions. And I know some of you guys have it. If you don't follow me on social media, follow me. I'm going to pin it here again on social media right now on Instagram, because this is how I can get to your questions better. I can start off my live and answer your questions if you're going through something specific. What's my background? I'm Puerto Rican, Italian, and Mexican. What are good conversations to talk about? I have that in my, and the link below, you'll get you download the 20 question manual. Those are good questions to ask to start having good conversations. Financially, I'm well off, but I never tell the date I'm going out with. Okay, Ronald. You actually do look like Jordan Sparks. That dude is right. Okay, guys. Apollonia, I have a problem. My fiance guaranteed me, too many comments. Hold on. Guaranteed me that I can't make her jealous. How I can fix that? And she's sure I am not going anywhere. But why would you want to make her jealous? It just doesn't seem like a healthy balance of a relationship if that is even a conversation that you guys are having. I ask you to ask yourself, why are you trying to make her jealous? And also, why is she sure that you wouldn't go anywhere? I mean, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I want to use myself as an example. My partner and I, we have a very, very great relationship, but he knows and I know it comes with a set of standards. If I was to cross his values and his boundaries, he's going to leave me. Same thing for him. If I was to cross his values and his boundaries, I'm going to leave him, or, vice versa, whatever. But it's just like, and I say this because it seems like, Amar, this is your question. It seems like there was no boundaries in place in this relationship, and maybe you're living your life for this relationship. So please tell me if I'm wrong or if I'm right. Give me some more details. I'll try to get your comments. I'm going to write yours down. It's Sydney. I don't know if I have your name down here, but I don't know if you ever answered. Try again. If a girl says she's not into you like that around other people, but still wants to hang out with you one-on-one, what does that mean? Okay, so hey, Apollonia, if a girl says she's not into you like that around other people, but still wants to hang out with you one-on-one, what does that mean? Do actions speak louder than words? Yes, but why does she not? Is she private? I mean, I have to know because I coached internationally, so a lot of times in other foreign countries, they're not big on public affection and display, so I don't know if that's the reason, but if not, maybe like it's just too new. If it's been going on for months, then no, this is not a good sign. And if it's not, and if it's new, then let it play out, let it play out and test the waters little by little. Because also if it's been going on for a while, she might just be using you for attention. Why are women so afraid to talk about so basically their insecurities? Because a lot of times, because we don't want someone to see us for our insecurities, we want someone to see us for who we are, right? So a lot of people think that what has happened to them in their past still relates to who they are right now. That's why the past is the past. Whatever's happened to you in the past does not mean that this is who you are right now. And that's what the most beautiful thing is about life. ¿Hablas español? Sí, un poquito. John Cole said, I keep on getting to your comments, John. Long distance relationships, what do you think about them? I think they're beautiful. I think they're amazing. I've seen them work. I actually did a video about that. How to get over an ex. Okay, so here's the thing is like you have to be very patient with yourself with this process of getting over someone. You have to take the step-by-step actions to get over someone, meaning getting back into your life, right? Working out because it produces positive hormones for yourself. Working out and being of service to other things to make you feel better, right? So take your time, right? People think like, I got to get over an ex. It's been 3 weeks. It's been a month. Depending on how long and how much that impacted your life, that relationship impacted your life, it could take a while to get over them. So honor that and start doing things for you. I follow you on Instagram. You had answered a few of my questions. I found out about you from my coworker who showed me a video of yours in time I had all. I'm so happy you're a coworker. Tell your coworker thank you, Nelson. You are awesome. Do you believe in twin flames? I do. I believe in all that stuff. I want to know, do you guys, I was going to post on my Instagram because I want to know, do you guys believe in like one soulmate or do you believe in multiple soulmates? When are you going to do a meet and greet in NYC? Okay, so I'm going to do, oh my gosh, duh. Thank you, JD, for commenting about this. I'm going to, for those of you that are in New York, follow me on Instagram. I am going to do a live meet and greet at the end of this month. I don't know the dates yet, but it's going to be around, I have a speech here, but it's going to be at the end of this month around, I think the 29th or the 2nd. So right around there going into December 2nd. I don't know what day that will be yet, but I'm going to arrange something. And I'm also going to arrange a private guest to be with me. Hopefully, I'm going to have to talk to him. But he's also in this industry as well. So for you guys that are in New York, follow me on Instagram and I will, what I'm going to do for my private, this is what I do for my private meeting greets, because it's not like I'm doing a book signing or something. So I don't just announce it and people show up. You have to contact me and I do like a workshop. So I'll do like an hour or 2 hours of a workshop for you men. And what I'll do is I just sit down with you guys and it's like a group of maybe 5 or 10 guys. Max I'll do is 10. And max I'll do is usually 8, depending on the situation and where I am and stuff like that. And we'll just sit down and we just talk. We talk about attraction. You tell me what's going on in your life and I give you on the spot feedback. And what's great about those coachings about that stuff is it's completely free, obviously, because I'm doing it for you. And it takes 2 hours of my time, but I do it because I want to. But also, too, it helps the group atmosphere, helps you get more questions answered, too, because it shows, that other men are going through the same things possibly. How are you going to quench? Oh, I don't even see it, so don't worry. Okay, what do you draft your opening line? You say, I'm sorry. Okay, so hey, Apollonia, how do you deal with a narcissistic partner? Please answer this question in a British accent. Just kidding. Good one. My British accent is horrible. Okay, I already have an accent enough because I'm trying to learn French and speak Spanish, and it's like all over the place. So people actually call me out on some words that I say, but I don't give a whoop. Anyways, so how do you deal with a narcissistic partner? So I made a video about this, okay? It's really important that it's not about dealing with a narcissistic partner. It's about that narcissistic partner getting healing and removing these tendencies before you even consider them to be a partner. So if you have a narcissistic partner that you are with right now, I'm telling you, you are not going to change them. They are the only ones that are going to change themselves. These are relationships that you should never be involved in, or never be. I don't want to say never be involved in, because we all get involved in these relationships and we learn from them. But never. Make sure that you have the decision to move on, right? So you do have the decision to move on. So if you're with a narcissistic partner, let them go, let them figure things out on their own, and then hopefully they'll be there for you. I made a video about that and I go into a lot of detail, and I think it's called dating a woman after a narcissistic partner, or being with that one, and then also narcissistic woman. And then there's also another one that I created for you guys, is why women play mind games, and that has a lot to do with narcissistic behavior. All right. Let's see. KY, please reply. Okay, let me look at your messages. I don't know what you're saying. There's so many. It's so hard, guys. I'm so sorry. Oh, everyone had a great Halloween. I didn't dress up at all, by the way. Whatever happened to meeting people the old-fashioned way? I like to go to supermarkets to meet women. I have my shopping cart filled with food, and the women tend to see this. What do you think? Okay, so I mean, I think a simple hello in the supermarket goes a long way. Or like, if she's trying to get something and it's too high, help her out and get it. Or just a simple hello, right? Or point out something in her grocery cart. But here's the thing, is like when you are in grocery stores, you don't know if a girl has a boyfriend, right? I remember I was at Whole Foods and a guy had come up to me and was just talking to me, and we had great conversation going. And of course, I'm talking to him, and then he asked if he can get my number, and I said, I'm sorry, but I have a boyfriend. You just don't want to like feel like you're failing just because a girl that you talk to has a boyfriend. Like, give yourself a pat on the back and just do it. I do think that old-fashioned way is great, but here's the thing about this, is like typically when I'm at the grocery store now, because of internet, and I'm guilty of it, I'm on a podcast, I'm listening, I'm on headphones, I'm on the phone. I take this time to like talk to my family, talk to my friends, and catch up, because this is my free time, because usually I'm coaching, so stuff like that. So I hope that answers your question. If it's something you want to do it. It's a great place that you can meet women and talk to women, and just really get your skills of approaching women better. Love your videos. Hi, Rocky. I always see you in my comments. I'm so happy you're on this live. Love your videos. Rocky phone in your house, in the house. I see you. Oh, do you come to LA for meet and greets? I will. I'm coming to LA, guys, in March of next year, 2019. Never ask a woman her age. I just got a facial yesterday, so hopefully I look younger. I'm just kidding, guys. You can ask a woman their age, and who cares? All right, so how can I rewatch your live stream later? I'll have that on my channel, so you can watch it later. Okay, so Apollonia, if a woman sees you like a brother but bashes you to your girlfriend and messages her that she is not my type and she looks better than her, what does this mean? Okay, she's jealous, first of all, 1. 2, she's seeking attention. 3, she's immature. And 4, she's not a friend. Bye. Bye, Felicia. All right, let's see. Hope that answers your question, Jay Hale. Nelson, no, I don't do podcasts. Gosh, I'm so overworked with, I'm really focusing on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is growing significantly. I don't know if you guys know this, like I started YouTube 6 months ago. Before I was just before I wrote a lot of blog content, did a lot of speeches and stuff like that. So that's where I got a lot of my client base and things like that. And like, which excelled, which was amazing. But YouTube, I just started 6 months ago and I'm already almost at 40,000 subscribers. So that's huge and really, really impactful for me. So I'm really focusing on YouTube. Eventually, I'll start a podcast when I hire a team. My long-term goals are to hire a team. So I'm going to have someone that will help men. You can hire a man to help you with fashion. Also, my long-term goals are to have like a spiritual coach for men that are seeking spirituality and like wanting to know about meditation. But then also, I'm always going to be your coach for like attraction and confidence, the main person. Those are my long-term goals. So thanks for asking. A podcast is not my long-term goal because it does require a lot of work, and my YouTube channel is growing significantly, and that's where I want to put my attention to because that's where I feel like I can impact my viewers so much more than I can do in a podcast. But I do a lot of podcast features. I actually have an interview coming up. I think it's in 2 weeks. Mike, he's one of my friends. He actually helps men. He's a coach for shy men. I'm going to be on his podcast. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll get notified about that too. Maybe Mike's here. If Mike, you're here, just give me a shout. What to do when your first impression gone wrong? Oh gosh, what to do when your first impression gone wrong? Call yourself out on it. Like that is so good. When a man calls himself out on his first impression, it's like an icing on the cake. And hopefully that woman has a sense of humor. So if she does, that means that she's actually attracted to you, because I'm going to be honest with you. If she's somewhat attracted to you and you called yourself out on the first impression, she's going to give you another chance. How to do subtle flirting. Okay, so Mohammed asked like basically how to flirt, but not like full on, right? So the biggest thing is with your eyes. I think just making longer eye contact and looking away, commenting about something that they have on, and then also, oh God, I forgot I had a meeting in 5 minutes. So also commenting on something that they have on possibly. And then also kind of making fun of them. Like this is so important because especially if she's a hot girl, like make fun of her a little bit. This is like good, but in a respectful, tasteful manner. Okay. So that's really, really good. All right. I got to get off this live soon, guys. And you have so many questions and I hate to leave you guys, but because these lives are so much fun. I love doing them. Okay, let's see. Can a man make up in swag, self-confidence, what he lacks, in physical attractiveness? Hold on. The client keep calling me. Give me 1 second, guys. Lost track of time. Oops. Of time. Okay. When you tell a girl you like her and she says she's only sees you as a friend, how then do you create that attraction? Okay, so I think it's 5 steps in a video of what to do. I'm gonna mention 3 here so I can remember off the top of my head. One thing is you pull away, you start saying no, and then once you do that, you start to reincorporate the things that you do with her. So if you're always doing things on her schedule, you start doing things on your schedule. And then once you change your behaviors, number 1 is change your behaviors in that video, and this is how to get out of friend zone. So watch that video. Those are the 3 things that I'm gonna give you out of the 5. Once you do that, start incorporating flirting with her. Change up your interaction with her, change your look, everything. I talk about that in how to get out of the friend zone video. Your hair is so pretty. Oh, thanks. It's horrible actually today. I don't really get ready. I just want you guys to know, like, I don't get ready for these lives. I just go on. I know that doesn't even matter. Great stuff. Keep up the work. Thank you, Rocky. What inspires you to do coaching, Jermaine? Oh, good question. Okay, so what inspired me to do coaching? All right, so there's a couple things that have inspired me to do coaching in general, and then there's a couple things that inspired me to coach men. Coaching in general, because there's so many failed relationships that are happening, and there's so many there's so many people in need and want of love, and they feel like maybe they don't deserve it or they're never going to get it. And a lot of times it comes down to what they're doing and who they're dating. And I've been in this practice for a really, really long time, and I went through it too. And, when I was dating men, I remember dating men. This is what wanted me to launch into my focus of just dating men. I remember I would date men and I'd be like, geez, only if he knew that he did this wrong. Only if he knew why I was ignoring, like I would ignore him after a while, because it was just like, it was a guy I was dating maybe a week, and I was just like, I'm not into you. Like, but I just never really told him the things that he did wrong, let's just say, right? So I was just like, wow, like this was in my 20s. I was like, only if men knew how to do the things right, like I would be attracted to him. I would like him. So it just made me think about, how can I be more impactful? Because I love love. I love relationships. I have a deep desire for dating. And like, I see more of what dating really is and relationship really is and what love really is. Like there's a deeper meaning behind love. And I feel like in this world, we live to be loved and to receive love, and to give love and to receive love. And it's not happening a lot anymore. And we're struggling with it. It's because of the environments that we're going in, what's happening in the world, all these things that are going on. And I think men need to be supported a little bit more, just as women are supported too. There's not a lot of women dating coaches that are helping men. And I think it's such a significant avenue for me, because I'm a woman myself. And I want to teach men, like a lot of men don't know, like maybe you didn't have someone that taught you when you were growing up, or, you didn't have those relationships and things like that. So that was one of the biggest things for me. Thanks for asking that question. If you ever do see me do a live speech, I talk about that a lot too. And I go into that, what inspired me to do coaching. You're awesome, Apollonia. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Okay. MR said, sorry, Apollonia, I don't want her jealous, but I'm very needy and clingy and don't have self-confidence, and I don't know how to treat women. Okay, well, that's your answer. A woman is not going to be attracted to you if you're not attracted to yourself, ultimately. So the biggest thing for you to do is you need to take time to focus on yourself and love yourself again. Figure out activities of what you want to do. I'm going to have a confidence seminar that's coming out very soon, by next week. MR, email me, and I will email you. And I have it at a reasonable price, so you guys can afford it if you can't afford a coaching session. I really advise you to take that audio seminar, use that audio seminar to the best of your ability when it comes to building confidence. All right, guys, I'm going to have to get off in a little bit. Let me just take a little bit more of your comments. I work in growth, marketing, and talent management. I'd love to offer service or services I would do. Okay, blow your channel up. Much of the shout out needed to be done for getting her into it. Much of the show off needed to be done to getting her into it. Okay, you're awesome, Apollonia. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. Love you too. Apollonia, how do you approach a girl if you haven't been friends with any? I talked about that in the beginning of the live. I also have a video about that, so go ahead and watch that. It's about how to approach women. I love your videos. I'm planning to marry a family friend. She was rude after a few months. I stood up for myself and told her to be respectful. Now she wants to marry me. What does this mean? Well, it means that you're putting yourself first, and this is what women are attracted to. Have you found true love? I sure have. All right, guys. Oh my gosh, from Egypt. Hi, Amar from Egypt. I was just answering your questions. All right, guys, I'm going to answer one more of your questions. We met. I'm a manager. She's a singer. We dig each other. She got walls. She's fresh out of the relationship 3 months ago. I have attraction questions. We are both very confident. Okay, so then pace yourself. So if she just got out of this relationship, just pace yourself with this one, Sean. Kayla, I don't see your comment of what you want me to answer you. Okay, so hey, I'm going to leave it off with this. Dion asked, hey, how to get rid of nervousness before I walk up and talk to a woman? Here's the thing, man, is the nervousness is not meant to go away. Okay, the nervousness keeps you on your toes, and it'll probably never go away. Sometimes it probably will, sometimes it won't. It all depends. You might even black out and not even know what you say when you approach a woman. Trust me, I know. And I know how it gets, but ultimately, when this happens, just focus on your goal. You have to go in with a plan on how you approach this woman. So conversations of what to have, which I talk about a lot, and what to say to her when you approach her. Just push through your nerves, focus on that one moment, approach her. If she rejects you, who the heck cares? You're still healthy. You're still you still got 2 feet. You still got 2 hands, whatever. But the nervousness, this is what we always think, is I want to attract women and I want to approach women, but I can't because I got to wait until my nerves go away. It will never happen then. You might even black out. I have men that black out when they approach women, but they got the number or they got their Instagram, whatever they asked for. And they're like, holy shit, I did it. And they get so confident afterwards. So it's about just continuing to do it. Just do it. All right, guys. I'm going to have to go. I am so happy to do this live. I have a couple of products that I'm releasing. My first product I already put online. It's Online Dating Success for Men. And then also my 2 audio seminars is how to master your confidence and how to overcome your neediness when it comes to a relationship or when you're dating. And those 2 audio seminars will be released in December. All right, guys, I'm so happy for those of you who have joined. Please follow me on Instagram if you don't, so you can be notified for the next live and you can get your questions answered there. Remember to stay positive, to focus on your dreams, on your goals, and you will get that relationship that you want. And you are always loved. Bye, guys. Hey, girl, sorry. Are you in line?
You didn't get my message?
No, I was on the live. I just got off the live.
They're sold out.
No.
So disappointed.
Oh, damn, girl.
I wanted to go.
Me too.
Fucking sold out. People are standing around disappointed.
Oh no. Oh, sorry, guys.